Ever get that feeling, like the life you really want is just shimmering over there, almost within reach, but not quite. You're
Hmm.
doing the work, putting in the effort, but it still feels a bit elusive.
Yeah, totally.
Well, what if you had like a set of tools, a conscious way to actually start shaping that reality you're dreaming of?
That's exactly the idea behind the manifestation method vault.
Yeah.
11 powerful techniques to reprogram your reality. It's less about some mystical quick fix
Yeah.
and more like a comprehensive guide. It's about becoming the active designer of your life experience, using the power you already have.
Okay, now if you're anything like me, maybe the word manifestation brings up, I don't know, different things. Maybe some skepticism
Sure.
or just feeling overwhelmed. Like, where do I even start? And that's totally fair. What I found really compelling about this guide, actually, is how much it stresses that this is personal.
Yes,
There's no single magic wand that works for everyone.
exactly. The author really drives home that we each have a unique energetic makeup, you know, a different way we resonate.
Uh-huh.
So the beauty of having these 11 techniques is you get to experiment. You find what really clicks with your energy, what helps you become a magnet for your desires.
So our mission today isn't about preaching some universal law or saying, this will work for you.
No, not at all.
Instead, we're going to take a deep dive into just a few of the really potent techniques from this vault. Think of it as a guided tour. Yeah.
A shortcut, maybe.
Yeah, a shortcut to understanding how you can begin consciously creating that reality without getting, bogged down or feeling like you're missing something.
We'll look at methods for your mind, like writing. Others that tap into subtle energies, even working directly with the subconscious. The goal is practical, actionable insights.
And maybe a few aha moments.
Hopefully, those moments that can really shift your perspective.
Okay, let's unpack the first one then. It's called scripting. Sounds simple, maybe. Just writing things down.
Well, yes and no.
But the way the guide presents it, there are some interesting layers.
There are. Scripting, basically, is writing as if the reality you want has already happened.
Okay.
You're crafting the story of your wish fulfilled. Present tense, or sometimes past tense, to really nail that feeling of already having it.
And why is that so effective, according to the guide?
It suggests it's powerful for gaining clarity, real clarity on what you truly want, and it focuses your energy through the act of writing itself.
Right, taking those vague dreams and making them more tangible.
Exactly, you're creating a blueprint.
So when's the best time to do this? Is it just whenever?
The guide highlights that it's most effective when you can really dedicate focused time. Immerse yourself in it.
Makes sense.
It's ideal when you're seeking that clarity on your goals, helping solidify those desires into, concrete visions.
Okay, walk us through the nuts and bolts then. How do we actually do the scripting effectively?
So the guide gives clear steps. First, write in the first person, make it yours.
I am, or I have.
Exactly. Second, use the present tense, mostly. Embody that feeling of it being your current reality.
Okay.
And crucially, weave in sensory details. What do you see, hear, feel, smell, and the emotions tied to it?
Get specific.
Very specific. Then, and this is a neat touch date, the entry in the future, like you're looking back on it.
Oh, interesting.
And finally read it out loud with feeling. The guide stresses this, engages your voice, your emotions, making it more real for your subconscious.
So it's way more than just a wish list.
Definitely.
It's about generating the feeling of having it now.
That's the core. And here's a cool pro tip from the vault. Try scripting at dawn or dusk.
Why then?
The author suggests these times have a unique energy, like the veil between realities is thinner, potentially amplifying your scripting's impact.
I like that idea, thinner veil. So for you listening, maybe think about a goal you have. Imagine taking that focused time, maybe sunrise, writing it out like it's already done,
Yeah.
infusing it with all those details and feelings. Could that help bring it into sharper focus, make it feel more real?
It's a powerful way to start. Now, let's maybe shift gears to something a bit more unconventional for some.
Okay.
Water manifestation. This one made me pause, actually. Made me think about different ways to work with intention.
Programming water. Okay, I'm intrigued. Unpack this one.
So the basic idea in the guide is that water can absorb and hold energy and intention.
Right.
So by consciously putting the energy of your desire into your drinking water, you're essentially taking that intention right into your body, down to the cellular level. The guide suggests this can be really good for health goals, obviously, or for embodying a certain feeling like peace or confidence throughout your whole system.
Okay, so how do we actually do this? Water blessing, is that the right term?
Huh. Maybe. The process is pretty deliberate. First, write your intention clearly on some paper.
Simple enough.
Then put your glass or container of water right on top of that paper. Let it sit there for, say, 1 to 8 hours. Let the intention soak in, so to speak. After that, you hold the glass. Really focus. Intend for the water to be infused with your desire. Visualize it radiating into the water. Then you drink it, mindfully, consciously imagining that intention flowing into you, becoming part of you.
It's a very mindful ritual for something we do constantly, drinking water. Any pro tips from the vault on this?
Yeah, the guide recommends using glass containers. They're thought to hold energy better than, say, plastic,
Good tip.
and maybe expose the water to moonlight or sunlight. That's suggested to amplify the energy even more.
Interesting. So if you've got a feeling you want more of maybe calm, maybe energy, or a health goal, could this simple ritual be a surprisingly powerful way to reinforce that inside yourself?
It certainly offers a different perspective on hydration, doesn't
It
it?
really does. Okay, so
Wow.
speaking of the subconscious, what's next? You mentioned something called S8s.
Yes, S8S. It stands for state akin to sleep. This one dives right into the power of your mind in that fuzzy state.
Ah, that drowsy state between awake and asleep. I've heard that's a potent time. How does the guide say we can use that?
SATS is about intentionally programming your subconscious. You do it by vividly visualizing a short scene that implies your desire is already fulfilled.
Okay.
And the key is doing it right when you're drifting off to sleep, or maybe just waking up.
Why then, specifically?
Because your conscious critical mind, the part that doubts and analyzes, is less active then.
Ah, okay.
Your subconscious is more open, more receptive to suggestion. The guide suggests this for those goals that feel really stuck, or for making deep shifts in your core beliefs.
So you're lying there, feeling sleepy. What should this scene be like?
The guide says, make it brief, maybe 15, 30 seconds max, but intensely vivid.
Vivid how?
It has to be first person. You're experiencing it and engage multiple senses. What do you see, hear, feel, touch in that moment of fulfillment?
Okay.
Then you loop this scene over and over in your mind until it feels completely natural, real. And then, this is crucial, you let yourself fall asleep while holding on to that feeling, the feeling of already having it.
Wow, looping it until it feels real. That sounds like it could really bypass some conscious roadblocks. Plant that seed deep down.
Exactly. What's the insider tip for SATs? Any pointers?
Well, the guide really hammers home that first-person perspective and using multiple senses. That's what makes it feel authentic to your subconscious.
Makes sense.
And also, this is subtle but important. The scene should imply fulfillment, not the process of getting there.
What do you mean? Like, if you want a better relationship, the scene isn't the difficult conversation leading to closeness. It's the feeling of closeness. Maybe holding hands, feeling that warmth. It's the end result, the feeling of completion.
Got it. It's embodying the having, not the getting. So for a desire that feels really resistant, maybe using your imagination in that twilight state could help your subconscious finally go, okay, this is real now.
It's like reprogramming your inner software when the firewall is down.
Huh. Great analogy. Okay, and the last technique for today, you said it's more active?
Yes, embodiment, or it's sometimes called acting as if. This is where you consciously step into that desired reality in your day-to-day life.
Ah, so less internal visualization, more external action. How does the guide frame this acting as if?
Embodiment is just that. Consciously, consistently behaving as if your desire has already manifested. The guide suggests it's really useful if you're battling disbelief, or maybe when other methods feel a bit passive, like they aren't quite breaking through that barrier.
So you're aligning your outer world with your inner goal.
Precisely. It's not just about visualizing the dream job, it's about carrying yourself, maybe even dressing like someone who has that job, even before the offer comes.
Okay.
The core question the guide asks is, how would I move through the world if I already had this?
Right. What choices would I make?
Exactly. How would I speak? How would I carry myself? Then you start making small shifts, your posture, your speech, your daily actions and decisions.
Even tiny ones.
Yeah, even small decisions made from the perspective of the person who already is or has what you want, and you persist, even if the outside world hasn't caught up yet.
It sounds like method acting for your desired life.
Ah.
Is there a pro tip for really getting into this embodiment?
There's a fun one in the guide. Create a manifestation wardrobe.
What?
Items of clothing, maybe accessories, that make you feel like you've already achieved your goal.
Oh, I like that.
Wearing them acts as a physical anchor, a constant reminder. It strengthens that feeling. If you want a promotion, maybe it's a specific power outfit. If it's confidence, maybe a certain piece of jewelry.
That's brilliant. It's so tangible. So for everyone listening, think about your desire. What small change could you make right now? Your posture, how you speak, maybe even what you wear that aligns with the feeling of already having it.
Yeah.
It's about pulling that future version of you into the present, step by conscious step.
So we've walked through 4 pretty distinct techniques from the manifestation method vault, scripting, water, SATs, embodiment. What's the common thread here? What are the big takeaways?
Well, for me, the biggest thing is that manifestation isn't about like some cosmic vending machine.
Right.
It's really about aligning your internal state, thoughts, feelings, beliefs with the frequency, the vibration of what you want.
Absolutely. The guide hits that point again and again, and it stresses experimentation. Finding which of the 11 techniques really resonates with your energy.
Trusting your intuition too.
Yes. And consistency.
Yeah.
Sticking with the practices you choose.
And it also mentioned keeping a journal, right? A manifestation journal.
It did. Tracking what you're doing, how it feels, any shifts you notice,
Mhm.
that gives you such valuable feedback on what's actually working for you.
That makes a lot of sense. You start seeing patterns.
You do. And the guide also suggests combining techniques. Don't feel you have to stick to just one. Yeah, creating your own personal ritual, maybe blending scripting with assets or embodiment with water manifestation. That could be really powerful if it feels right for you.
Ultimately, though, the manifestation method vault seems to remind us that timing isn't always in our direct control.
Exactly. Divine timing, as it's often called. The key is to stay focused on the feeling of having it now,
Right.
rather than obsessing over the when or the how.
And that final affirmation from the guide is pretty powerful, too. Can you share that again?
Sure. I am the conscious creator of my reality. Every day, my manifesting power grows stronger as I align with the frequency of my desires. I trust in divine timing and remain open to receiving in unexpected and delightful ways.
That's a great one to hold on to. So, for you listening, which of these techniques really sparked something? Which one feels like a natural starting point for you?
Maybe scripting for clarity.
Or maybe that simple water intention ritual. Or perhaps diving into Essites tonight. Consider just one small action you could take today to start experimenting.
Ask yourself, what reality do I truly want to consciously create?
And what's one tiny step I can take right now to move towards it?
Because the power to shape your experience really does reside within you. The Manifestation Method Vault, with its 11 techniques, it just offers a fantastic toolkit.
A guide for that journey of aligning, attracting, and ultimately receiving the life you desire.
Definitely worth exploring further to unlock that conscious architect within yourself.